defenders have been given. Like,
well, yesterday Arsenal got Arsenaled. We got stung by the bees. Obviously, people are rejoicing at Arsenal drawing. It feels like a defeat for us. It feels like a defeat for the Pagans. All we can do is keep moving, people. At this point, let me know your thoughts. I'm tired of regurgitating the same thing. So, yeah, for my there's plenty of videos, TikToks, YouTube Shorts, my match reactions. I've gone over everything, innit? We're going to go over things, but I would love to hear you lot's thoughts. But just before we continue with that, you know me, I like to articulate my thoughts if I'm honest with you, people. And I do think, yeah, the first thing I'm going to say is my defenders, big up yourselves. Timber, final third is jarring. I think you were fouled for the goal, for what led to what ultimately sequences of events that led to the throw-in. But it is what it is, people. You need to improve in the final third. Hincapié, no smoke for you. Gabriel Magalhaes, big up Mascara, big performance. Almost means nothing, which is harsh because we wanted the 3 points. Big performance. Gabriel, big performance. You know, the whole defense and the whole back line. End of the day, you're rocking up at Brentford. You know, credit to Brentford. There's so much credit you can give them, people, because they tried to play. They made it difficult for ourselves. They won their individual battles. They made us live dangerously. And obviously, like us, they're a threat from any sort of dead balls, people. You know, the throw-ins, scary as hell. For me, with my boys, if I was disappointed about one thing, we're giving away needless throw-ins. We're giving away football's decided in both ends. We're giving away needless throw-ins. Now it's football. Things are going to go out for throwing. But you're giving them throw-ins in areas where they're loading it up and it's crazy. First and second balls, we did not defend that well enough for the goal we conceded. Also, I would say at one point that I don't think I made, I looked through my old notes. I think I went around it. Bro, a lot of the time we're putting balls into the box and no one's there. Or if they've got like 5 players in their box, we've got 2. It's not really making sense. And generally, whether we've won, lost, or drawn this season, I feel like we've been talking about the same things, if I'm honest with you. So I feel this game is very identical to a lot of games we saw. All we can do is, you know, be disappointed because we did take the lead. We dropped 2 points. Be thankful because we probably could have conceded. Like, everyone's going to focus on that Martinelli chance. Let's not forget, Brentford will be disappointed. Igor Thiago could have nicked it at the end. He's in great form. He had a couple of chances. Obviously, when you remove the fact that we're fighting for a title, we want to win, City are breathing down our necks. I'm not happy with our point, but Brentford are a very informed team. Their home form suggests that it was always going to be very difficult. And shout out to Brentford, because I said this before. Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, City, Man United, all of those teams, they could not do what Brentford are doing this season. Losing your manager, losing a number of stars and keeping it moving, and maybe even on course to have a better season than last year, essentially, people. So it is what it is. And I think it's a bit of a, you know, every game we win, we're going to win the league. Every game we lose is a crisis. Obviously, City are licking their lips, and this might be the period, if City go and win the league, they look at, because had they have lost to Liverpool, it would have been 9 points. Winning at Anfield, regardless of the context, that's giving you a spur. Dealt with Fulham, which we probably had to believe they were dealing with Fulham. Yes, from 24 hours before our game, it's gone from 3 points to 4. 4 isn't really that. And even if it's 9, there's many twists and turns, bumps and bruises, man. This season is swings and roundabouts. I actually saw I should go on my TikTok and find it, but somebody articulated it perfectly, man. Like, there was a couple of good, big up you lot that follow me on TikTok, man. Just type in Deluded Gooner, it will come up. But there was a lot of, in my opinion, good comments. I need to find it, man. Yeah, whoever namesake is on TikTok, I agree with you. All credit to Brentford. Throw-ins aside, they gave us no space or time on the ball and had some quality counter-attacks. Disappointed not to get the W, but the majority of our fans aren't built for a genuine struggle for victory. Hope Arteta drowns out the noise. I mean, the good and bad since Arteta walked into this club, and ironically, Brentford's probably the best example. I don't think those listen to the noise at Arsenal, whether it's all good or bad. Because ironically, remember, Jamie Carragher, Gary Neville, we played in a similar kit. We lost when Brentford got promoted at their place. If they listened to the noise, then where would we have been, people? And there was also, that's namesake, big up namesake. There was also another one, man. There was also another brilliant talking point. I'm going to go down a rabbit hole, so I need to find it, man, because listen, everyone's allowed in opinions, but I just like seeing some sensible comments from individuals on occasion. So it's not there. It's not there. It's not there. It's not there. Is it here? Yeah. Margarita, big up her. Remember at one point we were only 2 points clear. Everyone thought it was over. Then we extended it. I know that being only 4 points clear is not as comfortable as being 6, 7, 8 points clear. But to win the league, you even just need one more point than the second team. We learn from this game and move on to the next. They might stumble and we win. So we're back with an additional lead. Again, I hear that. All I would say is let's just control the controllables. Assume they're going to win every game. Brentford game's gone. If there are any positives, which I don't really think apart from mascara there is, take the evident areas of improvement, because I do think we're seeing the same things. And when I'm speaking, I am kind of speaking about Arsenal generally, but I'm isolating to that 90-minute performance. You lot tell me when you see, you lot tell me that you have not seen that 90 minutes before in attack, not taking clear-cut chances, falling asleep defensively. Obviously, we're going to Brentford. They're in great form. We're going to have to live dangerously. We're going to be under the cosh. I think some Arsenal fans think we're just going to roll up and down the country, or people come to our backyards, 3 points, nothing else is going on. It's a myth. It's not going to happen in that regards. My thing is, a week's a long time in football. 1 minute City are out of it, then they're in it. You saw how Liverpool started the season to now. You saw how Aston Villa started the season, stumbled to now. You saw how Chelsea put a couple of games together in and around when they drew against us, said there was in a title shout. You see now, United were shit for the majority of the season, but 4 decent results. I know they're going to be disappointed against West Ham. Where are they now? We've had our own fluctuation. It was all over between Nottingham Forest, Liverpool, and Man United. Again, all 3 of those, I think there's consistencies in what we've been seeing. I think they've been there all season, and I've come to accept it now. Just get over the line. Whoever's in the purple patch, all the good, the pros, the cons, just go and get it done, people, if I'm completely honest with you. So, yeah, I think our attacking foundations are not strong enough, if I'm honest with you. The gaffer doesn't pivot away from the system or change, and when he does change and we get into a run of form, like when we saw Calafiori and Timber both being dynamic options, Calafiori got injured, better back down to the right. Kai's come in. Obviously, you're trying to make Eze do the Odegaard thing, which he has to a degree, or you're getting back in Odegaard. Odegaard was shit yesterday, let's be real, but he was shit. He looked shit this season, but he also does not look fully fit. The same is said for Bukayo Saka. We're in this weird little realm where obviously sometimes games work out like this and you just have to go and get the result and nick it. But I think what too often than not, regardless of a game's panned out, we do ideal scenario syndrome. Like, oh, if Martinelli scored, if Rice scores, if this happened. We're remembering too many few chances in a game. Granted, there was probably more. And if you don't believe me, what you could look at, especially, I don't agree with Mikel Arteta or the comments flying around on social media with Mikel Arteta about Martinelli, but I have to give the gaffer the luxury that I need to see it in the cool context. But I remember against Liverpool, Eze had a chance. We remember that. Obviously, yesterday, Martinelli, Chelsea away in the league, there was an opportunity. Gabriel Magalhaes, and between Gabriel Magalhaes and Gabriel Jesus, I want to say, Liverpool, obviously, at the Emirates. There's too many of these things now. And even if, the first half wasn't amazing, it wasn't bad, but we're used to in different first halves. Starting the initial period of the second half, great. And then it was a bit topsy-turvy. Like I said, on one hand, it's a 90-minute game. Brentford are in form. 2 good sides going against each other. We're going to make them live dangerously. They're going to make us live dangerously on occasions. But the second half, man, the second half, man, like, it don't look good because what's that, 9 points from 18? That's not terrible. That's what, 50%? But it's not title winning, and we need to go on a run, if I'm completely honest with you. So, yeah, man, there's a lot of things to consider. And even the last half an hour, man, Brentford had more shots on target. We didn't have any. I feel sorry for Gyökeres, and I can tell, fair enough, run banter, yeah, but I can always tell who's actually watched the game or who's just seen on they're going about their day. They're just seen on the app, Arsenal have drawn. Let's run agendas. You can't tell me Gyökeres was bad. It felt like Gyökeres of old this season, where you're chasing lost causes. I'm not seeing my midfield in the game. It's indifferent out wide. My strikers rely on that. We're going long. We only got one man that can really do the long thing. 60, 62 minutes. Brentford had 8 shots. We had 1. What's going on? And I don't want to do the ideal scenario because, granted, half of these players could have been fit in form and these same things happen. But this is why I said, especially coming into this part of the season, you need the Bandulu brothers like Mikel Merino, like Kai Havertz. And when you couple that in with us still talking about the Eze Odegaard conundrum individually and collectively, Saka's form and also his injury, Trossard's been a surprise package purely in terms of attack. Martinelli's statistics isolated to what we know and accept of Martinelli, the good, bad, and the ugly, has been good. But to a degree, Gaffer, you told me this was good enough to get over the line, and we're still in with a fight. I don't feel the attacking foundations are strong enough with how we initially set up, how we pivot away, and also some of the players, really. I don't agree with the whole crashing out. People that are doing the league's over and all of this, by that logic, would you have said if we got 3 points against Brentford, the league is done, like we're winning it? Both are stupid. We might not win the league. We might look back. I genuinely believe you might look back at this 10 days, arguably, with City beating Liverpool, Fulham, us dropping points. But we've seen this before. And I've said before, I think this goes down to the latter ends of the season. You lot are telling me it's going to get wrapped up in February and March and April and this one and that one. You're smoking budge. Like, it's not how it works. This is going to be... every team is consistently inconsistent to a degree. You can't really make out all 3 teams that are going down from this division, even though we probably know. But even as high as Crystal Palace and Brighton, they could get drawn out. The race for the Champions League is obviously on, and Europa League and Conference, all that jazz. And obviously the Premier League. We are going to drop points. We could extend our gap and it's happy days. We could get lapped and City could extend their points. There's many swings and roundabouts. And if you can't control yourself emotionally, stay at home, man. We're in a war, man. But you guys already knew this going into the season, people. So, like, there's nothing more to say in that regards. That was just getting out of my chest, man. Big up everyone. John, big up yourself, man. Afternoon, CJ. And don't forget, 3:15, I'm going to be live with Sammy. Afternoon, CJ. I still think we'll win the league. I didn't expect to win every game remaining, but I want us to compete for every game possible. Thought Glock was good and was isolated also, I think. Facts, I'm with you with that, especially on the isolation thing. We can't win them all. I just feel with us, it's kind of clustered, if that makes sense. Timber has a change as he has to change. He seems to be focusing more on getting himself up front. And if it breaks down, he strolls back like Noddy at the moment. No people would disagree with that, but look at their games. I'm not really onto Timber defensively. I think the defense was good. It's just in the final third, he's offered very little. Noni Madueke is incredibly frustrating. I think the only one connected to Arsenal that can't be frustrated with Noni Madueke is Mikel Arteta. You bought him. You know the good, the bad, and the ugly. I know he scored, and big up to him and Hincapié for that initial period. But boy, Big Gabby needs Saliba before he does something silly like getting himself sent off. Should have been last night. Our midfield is 2 to 3 perfect. Need both Kai and Martin back. Eze is like he's waiting for something to happen instead of making it happen. Saka is just not ready after last season. He's a human, not a machine. We just have to hang in there and just match or better City from now, whether it's 1 or more points at the end of the season is all that matters. Sorry for the long version, but some players need a break and others are belief. Listen, I'll be real. The players need the fans' belief, but isolate to the players. If you don't believe, step out. If you think it's done and we're still going to win it because we're still top, step out. There's no volatility. You know how it felt at the end of last season. You know what you lot were on when you walked in pre-season. You know what you set out to do as this season. And there's been some very good highs and there's been some twists and turns. Steadfast. Because fans are fickle. As much as you need the belief, bro, fans are fickle, bro. Fans, I could be a striker, just for example, and it could be utilized with defenders and everyone. I could be a striker, I score 5 out of 5. Man are on me. Like City fans, obviously, they were on to Haaland. Obviously, that's the nature of the game. I disagree with the Gabriel Magalhaes second yellow because I actually think it's a dive from Dango, who also had a good game for Brentford, man. Yeah, it feels more like a loss than a draw. Well, I mean, that's what Chelsea felt like. That's what Chelsea felt like. That's what Liverpool at the Emirates felt like. Not really, but that's what that felt like. Couple of draws this season have felt like such. Big up DJ in the chat. We were lucky we didn't lose. Martinelli near the end has to hit his shot first time near post. If he does, he scores. But hey, a draw for us was better than losing the game. If you can't win, don't lose, man. We caught life because if Thiago scores the second, we would have lost the game. We must improve in away games. Need to be more ruthless in front of goal. Arteta needed to make halftime subs. Saka he's not fit. To be fair, he did make one change. I don't know what I've gone for Eze, but I'm backing him all the way. He just needs to pattern up, man. Right now, we're carrying a lot of players. And to be honest with you, I always say the collectives comes first. You, man, just win games, win the league. Next season, I hope we also win the league. And you lot are doing great individually, man. Eze has been dropped, then misses 10 games to a poor Odegaard. Of course, he'll lose form. The decisions Arteta makes will determine our outcome. Yep. We need to learn how to play against a mid and low block. It's annoying because we found a way against Leeds. Found a way against Sunderland. Didn't find one now. I don't have any faith or trust in Arteta. He won't get us over the line. All I can say is I hope he proves you wrong. But yeah, man. Our maestro Zubamendi had 34 completed passes in 90 minutes. There's something wrong with the midfield, bro. Like, whether it's collectively, how Brentford are setting up compared to us, there's something wrong. I said it in my watching. I was like, only Rice is there. Zubamendi's playing shit. Eze was shit. Odegaard's coming and being shit. Madueke is frustrating. I think Trossard put himself about, but it's still not good enough. I only feel sorry for, in the whole totality of things, Timber, the asterisk defensively. Timber, cool. Gyökeres, cool. My whole starting back five and Gyökeres, you're good. Rice, calm. Everyone else, and it's not even, there's no point even doing all of that, because I might think them names I said were better. There's still other players out there, and we're all leaving with the same feelings, man. There are definitely elements of nerves creeping in. Every time we play after City, we drop points. For me, it was a bit too casual in the game for me, man. Like, it was a bit too, and I understand. I'm not saying go gun ho, and there's a reality where some people wanted Arteta to go gun ho. They hit us and they score a second. I know people don't want to hear it, but it's a reality. That is a lot worse than obviously taking a point. But yeah, man, it's jarring, man. The only person nervous is that Wolf. I'm just going to say that coach. Just give City the title instead of wasting everyone's time. We've got a guy selling fake Rolex at a real Rolex price. But hey, KJ, you want to be careful. Brentford are breathing down your necks, man. Everyone is not performing. Look at the manager. Yeah, the whole attack is struggling. But again, we never learned. This is nothing new. We scored 7 goals in 2 games. Then we go half an hour stalling on the ball, passing backwards. For me as well, when I watched the first half again, and again, I understand you can't go gun-ho. You have to play it a bit cute and clever. But for me, it was, my boys were acting like time is forever. It's like there's 20 million more games to go, if I'm honest with you. But it is what it is. And that's one thing that's annoying, is that like 1 minute it's all amazing, then it's not. And this is some fans, innit? 1 minute we're quadruple, no one can catch us, yada, yada, yada. I did think, for a piece of fun, people, what do you lot make of this? What is one piece of advice you would give Mikel Arteta? Let me know your thoughts. We need to get the throw-in thing. Because yesterday proved, because every team's scoring from set pieces and every manager's trying to get advantage from dead balls and set piece and whatnot. No one ain't got a problem with set pieces. It's just the Arsenal tax. Fair enough, yeah. We have lost games and whatnot. And I'm not saying I wasn't shook of these teams or there weren't heart and mouth moments. But in the last 2-3 years, I've seen us play Bayern Munich a couple of times, Paris Saint-Germain a couple of times, Real Madrid a couple of times, Inter, the list goes on. Big teams in England, big teams around the world. I haven't been that fearful in a while of this. This is of anything. This was the most, and he had a good game. He got his body in front to deny Gyökeres, when Rice obviously broke forward. He obviously done the throw-in thing. He's having a great moment, man. Kayonde or whatever his name is. I'll be surprised. He used to be linked with us. Surely he's in contention with an Italian call-up if he has not got one already. But I just wanted to highlight, this is the most scariest thing. I can't lie. We need to be able to do that. We need to bring that. And I know we've got the part-time coach. I need to see the fruits of the labor. Let's poach the Brentford guy. We need the Nicholas Hover of throw-ins. We need that. Like, people, that is scary, bro. Like, and don't get it twisted. I walked into the game. You can't not walk into the game not knowing, it's Brentford. You've got to come correct. You've got to be, if you want to leave with 3 points, definitely these evening fixtures, you have to live dangerously. You're going to have to win your first and second balls, which is why I've got no smoke for Rice and the defenders, because I think defensively, obviously, there was a couple of half chances that went unpunished. Obviously, we did concede, and we can analyze that, and people needed to do better. But in that regards, I think we rose to the challenge. I just would say football's a 90-minute game, and let's be honest, first half took you about 10 minutes to wake up. When you woke up, you look good. Then there's this element of complacency again. Then I think Brentford got back in it. Mixed bag of a first half. First 10, 15 even, or up until we scored once again. Second half, we're on fire. And then I don't know, man, if it's the gaffer or the players. I'm starting to believe ultimately a team's a reflection of the manager, so he has to hold that. But the players, man, because you kind of sit off. Now, don't get it twisted once again. You know you are going to live dangerously and be under the cosh on occasion. But that last half an hour, we're fucking lucky that it's a point. We're very lucky. David Raya, big up yourself. I know you got plenty of clean sheets, maybe even somewhere we didn't deserve as a team to walk away with a clean sheet, but you deserved the clean sheet yesterday. I think I ironically said that before they went and scored, people, man. I feel sad, but yeah, man, this is the scariest thing I've seen in a minute. So it is what it is. We have to sit with this for a minute now. We got Wolves, have to win that. It's another away game. None of that jazz. If you want to win a Premier League title, you beat Wolves. I know form goes out the window and Spurs are linked with another manager, North London derby, all of this. They, rather than them wanting City and this one to go and beat them, they could disadvantage us themselves in it. But reality is, when you remove all of that jazz, which is facts, but when you remove that, bro, Wolves are food. Spurs are food. Yes, they're going to have 12 days off and a new manager. I think they've been linked with Igor Tudor. Not sure that's the right guy. They're going to be on something. But if you want to win a league title, bro, that's 6 points. That's 6 points. Chelsea, I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't say nervous, but like Spurs, I'm not shook at Spurs. Like Chelsea, I'm not shook, but that could be a banana skin. You win that, it looks different. And obviously, you hope City F up. Newcastle are going to get bopped. Like, this is the one season, if Newcastle were on their job, I'd be like, yeah, cool. It is what it is type of thing. But yeah, man. And even that, cool. It's tight everywhere. First and second's tight. Third's tight. Obviously, United, big opportunity. They got Everton, but big opportunity missed with not beating West Ham. Obviously, you look from fourth to where would you lot stop it? Should we say fourth to? I don't think Newcastle will do it, but then they're only a point behind. Sorry, Bournemouth from fourth to 10th with 12 games, 13 games left, whatever. Like there's nothing decided, bro. So like the league, the top four, conference, Europa, all that kind of jazz. You know, big up Sunderland. Sunderland had a bit of a wobble their form as well, because they were 7th last time I checked, but they're still doing their thing, and they will take that because I had them down in the summer to go down. Fulham stinking up the gaff. And even when you look at relegation, people, I don't think Palace or Brighton are gone, but from 13th place to 18th, you can't rule out nothing, can you, really and truly? Slightly, you never know. Like Burnley are at that stage, and I hope they beat Chelsea where you're relying on other teams, but they might have a great escape. Obviously, Forest have sacked their gaffer. It'd be lovely. Football, please. Football, please. I want Leeds to stay in the division, but you know what? Nottingham Forest, get your act together. West Ham, get your act together. Food. So yeah, man. I love for the super chat, Mr. Holiday, man. Appreciate you. Arteta needs to humble himself and bring someone to help him with an open play attack. I don't believe he can consistently create a dangerous attack. I disagree with that. I don't think he wants to. You've shown me on occasion. Now, fair enough, we was chasing the game against Bayern Munich. Well, it was 1-1. Well, anyways, the Bayern Munich game, I would say the period around Newcastle away, I think the balance was there for whatever reason. You was overcomplicating where you needed to overcomplicate. You was keeping it simple where you needed to. There was a framework. Players were thriving with and having freedom within the framework. Substitutes were bang on, all that kind of stuff. City at the Emirates, we were chasing the game, right? But the first half versus the second half. Elements even, I don't really agree with this, but towards the end of the Liverpool game way back in August. So I disagree. I think you can. You don't want to. You don't want to go. And it has its pros and cons. But the one thing I would say is for you as a manager to evolve and for us to cross into a territory that we have not been into, which is for us as a collective winning the league, then by default, you need to do something evidently different than what you've done in the last 3 years. Would that be fair to say? It wouldn't it? I think he's too system-based, and there's a lot of blessings behind it, but it brings curses. So I do think he can coach attacking play. You just don't want to, because obviously if I give Eze the license to make risks, he might lose the ball and they go down the other end, but he might dribble past 10 men and bag, and there's plenty of other examples. So I don't think he doesn't want to. I think he wants to score. I do think the players get a bit more freedom than we're given credit for. He's just stuck up on, if you can't win, don't lose. If we lose the ball, how quickly and high can we get? Are these men in position and whatnot? So that's kind of harming us, because I won't say we've been found out, but naturally in a good way. When you've had 3 years, 4 now, fighting for a title, being a decent side, when everybody cuts the banter, you do get found out. Everyone knows what you're about. That's why I was so keen. Obviously, Odegaard and Eze were meaty, but that's why I was so happy for Kai Havertz and Gyökeres, because I knew that just provides something different. This part of the season, these 12 games, you just got to box smartly, man. You just got to box smartly. I'm still fuming from yesterday. Heads hot. We should be 12 clear. 2 0-0s and this 1-1. We are still winning the league, but these guys got to turn up on Vex. Regardless of how it goes down, man, any fans, any players, anyone connected to Arsenal Football Club that think it's done, you need to fuck off. Anyone that wants to do this, doom and gloom, I told you so. Do the told you so in May. Fuck off until May. Right now, we're in a battle. We ain't got no time to cry. We ain't got no time to carry no one. If you're not with it, stay at home. Because one thing that annoys me is a lack of consistency. Some Arsenal fans are very weird. Like 2 weeks, I'm not saying you, but 2 weeks, it's amazing. Oh my God, it's hunky-dory, little spanner in the works. Not to play it down. Oh my God, the sky is falling. Make up your flipping minds, bro. And then there's some fans that want to talk about, some fans want to have their cake and eat it. They want to talk about Arsenal fans being entitled. But then you want to sit here and tell us about our 20-year drought, the lack of trophies under Mikel Arteta. We've got a good squad, some good individuals that are among the best in their positions around the world. We fought for the league. We've had some good nights out in the Champions League. So when you marry that all together, how can you be entitled with wanting to get over the line? In which, on paper, we don't know how it's going to pan out, but at 5 minutes to 3, at better yet, 2:55 on the 13th of February, you're in with a fighting chance of everything. As I said last week and the week before, boys, it's down to you lot. Only you lot can do it. We can support you, we can get on to you, you can do this, but you lot are the ones playing, bro. So yeah, it is what it is. For me, it's the draws, man. It's the draws. Obviously, you don't want to lose, and we know you can't win them all. Yes, yes, yes. People, like, if you're here, you understand football. We don't need to spell all that kind of stuff out. It's never nice to lose. Who did we lose to? Aston Villa, Man United, Liverpool, innit? The Villa one's a tough pill to take because, again, a bit like Sunderland, we drew with Sunderland. Hold on, innit? Hold on. Liverpool, great free kick, but I'm on to Mikel Arteta for the temperature which led to the free kick. Some of you lot know I'd mentioned that all the time. Man United, fair enough, but we did shoot ourselves in the foot. So all three of them are frustrating. Draws, it's the draws, man. I'm more frustrated about the Chelsea draw than any of the losses, if I'm honest with you. Like, the draw. So what? That's Brentford, that's Chelsea off the top of my head. City, again, we're chasing the game. Should have killed them in the second half when they're taking off Haaland and whatnot. Liverpool at Anfield, Liverpool at the Emirates, sorry. Could have nicked it at the end. Probably, again, where I'm on to Arteta. Slot 2 games in a row now against us. He's making little micro changes and we're not doing what needs to be done. Why is it not showing me all the draws? Barcelona. So why'd you let me click the button? I was about to, yeah. What else is there? Forest as well. Oh, Lord, Forest, I can't forget that. But we've been doing our jobs. I'm going down a rabbit hole. Who else have we drawn against this year? Big up the boys for doing what they're doing there. Chelsea, horrible. We approached that all wrong. Yeah, there was injuries, but we approached that all wrong. Where's the last draw? City, we've gone over that. Fair enough, man. We just have to move on. Arteta on a tough match and learning lessons, people. What specifically have you said? It was a very tough match. We knew that it was very tough to dominate them for the whole game. They are really good at dragging you into the game that they want. We struggled the first 10, 15. So when I say it, people are saying I'm being harsh. The manager said it right there. Then we picked it up. In the second half, I think we started dominating the game with the pace, the intent that we had, and the amount of situations we generated without really hitting the target often enough, in my opinion, and finishing too many chances. Then we scored the goal, and the game was totally controlled. After that, you have to stay so disciplined, not to give fouls away. The clearances have to be, especially the balls in the channel, in the right way. And the moment you don't do that, you can see the set piece, a long throw. You have to defend with your life. What did I say at the beginning of this live stream? Did I not genuinely say that? And bro, you're gonna give away throw-ins, but there's no way of stopping it. It's football. You got both teams are going end to end. There's gonna be transitions. There's gonna be all of that jazz. People are gonna miss chances. I think some football fans don't comprehend that on a consistent basis. But no worries with that, people. Don't give away dumb ones though. Which I think the only goal. Why in my head does it? Maybe because it feels like a loss. Don't give away stupid throw-ins. Even though I think we were fouled. If you don't remember, we broke. I think Timber's fouled there. Ref's not even looking. I remember how I felt in that watch along. They've gone down the other end, throw in, bang, it's happened. So the gaffer's actually, I'm agreeing with the gaffer there, if I'm honest with you. But that comes from you as well, man. And again, I know it might not reflect it in the clean sheets, and I know I ain't got no statistics, but I think in this 4-year period, there was a year, maybe even last year to a degree, we was a great defensive side. We're only a good one now. I've been saying that since the start of the season. The sloppy goals, like when I'm saying defending, I'm talking defending, following runners, deep blocks, mid blocks, game management, all of that. All of that's getting thrown in. We're very naive in that regards. Very naive this season for whatever reason. Don't matter who the hell's been out there. When some of you lot are trying to tell me, oh, and no smoke for Magalhaes, he's done his thing. When you lot are like, oh man, when Magalhaes is the reason when he's back. No, it's the whole ethos. It's our first defender is our striker, in which I'm not getting at Gyökeres. Our first attacker is David Raya. Arteta, there has to be another plan going long. Saka don't look fully fit. Not going to be a hypocrite. I was screaming in that watch along. Madueke go to the left. Bring on Saka. In my mind, he's fit because he's on the bench. Arteta, you've seen him up close and personal. Yeah, him and Odegaard look off it, man. Eze, I can cut every excuse, and some of them have validity, because I do think you've been like, we've clipped your wings. You're meant to be a free spirit. Assert yourself, my boy. I understand it. We all understand the biases that are at play, but for what you can control and laying down a statement, and I know it weren't really that game there. I think Arteta said it's going, the ball's in the air and whatnot. Assert yourself, bro. Assert yourself, because you did nothing for anybody to really be banging on the drum about you and Odegaard, both of you. I'm more speaking about Odegaard consistently, both of you, because Wanyeri's on loan. Marino's not an option there. You lot know how I feel about Kai in midfield, but you also know what I've been saying consistently. He's not there. It's squeaky bum time. You got 12 finals, and they're the Bandulu brothers. They're the man that get you out of jail, where we could have been saying the same things. Last minute winner, 3 points. We all see this every year. This is now just about results, bro. Don't matter how you do it. It's 3 points business. And you lot disappointed me because I did say for me, Sunderland and Brentford, that's the thing. And also said, I think this is going down to the last day of the season. I do think it's being engineered for this title shout to stay alive. But what have I said previously? If for me, in my heart, just me as an Arsenal fan, we're all allowed the right of opinion. For me, way before this became a talking, but I've been saying this for months. I need you to, regardless of what the points tally's telling me, I need you lot to win at the Etihad. That's the only time I'll believe it. Yes, there's a reality. You win at the Etihad and you don't win the Premier League, or you lose or draw there and you can. There's all sorts of variables. But for me, I need to see you lot do that. Simple as that, man. But yeah, man. He's right, man. The clearances have to be, especially the balls into the channel in the right way. And the moment you don't do that and you concede the set piece, a long throw, you have to defend with your life. Then you have to maybe defend another set piece, and it's very difficult to get out of that game. Then the game got stretched and they scored, and either team could have won it. I think we're being a bit... We could have nicked it. They could have won it. We could have defo nicked it, Gaffer. We could have defo nicked it. I think the last half an hour, if I'm honest, we need to be very thankful that it's a point. And also frustrated. We could have won it with the chance of Gabby at the end, and unfortunately it was enough. But Gaffer, we're talking about, we score a lot of goals, but we keep talking about this Gabby chance, which I think people are making out it's easier than it was. There's definitely been more times I've been vexed with him, but there's Liverpool at the Emirates, there's Chelsea away from home, there's several moments where, yeah, these players should have scored, but we're remembering them. Football's a numbers game. You create more chances, you're more likely to score. And players, the hardest thing to do is score goals. Go and do it. But I know you lot know this. It's gone now. The past brings regrets. The future brings uncertainty. We don't need to do the crash out thing. Just move. It's as simple as that, man. What else has the gaffer said, man? So yeah, we've gone over that. We have to look at what we've done. We know that we should have done things better, especially in the box. If you want to win, you're going to have to defend the balls in and around because they don't need anything. We keep going. We take a point. We're going to have to learn and improve in certain areas for sure. But we have another competition that we're excited to play. And yeah, man, go over there, score bare goals, and do what needs to be done, man. Eze is now a robot. Arteta has ruined him. Boy, we know you're on your knees for this title, mate. Why are you making it a bit weird? DG, come on here doing the Braveheart thing like you ain't worried, you ain't fooling no one. We know you can't sleep at night. Even if I couldn't sleep at night, you got to be brave. You think Malcolm X wasn't scared? You think anyone that's achieved anything in life wasn't scared? You think Ferguson wasn't scared? Fear is a human emotion. Running away from fear is the problem. That's the difference with guys like you and guys like me. I see fear, I fucking run towards it, and the top comes off. It's Mr. Take his shirt off too much. All of those kind of things. Yeah, what? Let's have it. It's not a Braveheart thing. Test my metal. I'm not built like you, Marcel. Definitely not. You got wigs and weaves and rusted dreads, eating pork and all of that. I'm not built like you. It's different round here. It don't matter. I'm the sort of individual in life. You can give me 100 reasons as to why. You can give me 99 reasons as to why something ain't gonna happen out of 100. I'll focus on that one. It's a war outside, and if you're not with this, which you're not, you never walk alone. Why the fuck is Van Dijk always on his own? Stay out of this, man. You're better than that with the trolling, man. You got more than that, man. Slot took 4 points from Arsenal and gave City 6. Bro, I wouldn't even say he's giving it. That's just how football works. And me, when you start doing that, you don't know me. We're still not in that. The points gap is tight. We're not in that scenario of, if these ones can do us a favor and that. As you saw with my tone and probably my general reaction last season, once you're getting into that scenario, which we're not there yet, away from wanting these lot to drop points. Once you get into those scenarios there, I've checked out. I'm not believing in nothing if we don't control the controllables. I'm not on that. Man said exposure therapy helps going through PTSD. DG is doing that for us now. Okay, chat. What did Arteta get wrong last night? He made changes proactively. What could he have done differently? 1 week is the team is amazing. 1 week is sack everyone, crisis mode, roller coaster, man. We're still winning the league. Bro, it is. And it swings and roundabouts. And look at the sentiment around Liverpool at various periods this season. City the same. Arsenal the same. United the same. Especially it's probably the sunniest it's been now. It's going to fluctuate. Control what you can control. Can't go back in time. You don't know you fucked up yesterday. Just move on, man. Move on. What else has the gaffer said? Well, we've gone over that. The second half, the way we started, we really looked to threat. The way we combine, the way we treat constantly their backline and the goalkeeper is much better again without really hitting the target enough times or finishing enough actions again. But Gaffer, possession, this is what I'm talking about. Like, we're seeing the same things. There's bare possession. Man, need to score some goals. Do this thing, man, because I'm kind of getting a bit sick and tired of this. And you lot that are regular viewers, you can kind of see in my language, first 10 games of the season, not a free hit because you need to get 3 points, but cool. Get your fitness, do whatever. 10-game mark, the season starts. Get me to January. You did that. Collectively, I don't think we've been good enough this season. Collectively, and that speaks volumes because we're still here. Collectively, it needs to go up. Individuals, it needs to go up. And we're now in February. I think I've been more than patient, boys. It's not me you're letting down. I mean, it is because I want to win the league. But however I feel, I'm going to feel a lot more than you because I'm an Arsenal fan way longer than you lot have played here. It's you lot that are you lot are professional athletes. You lot have had good chances. If you lot don't get this over the line now, obviously we have to go again. And life's funny, but boy, I would hate to be in that dressing room, man. But against them, that's not enough because they just need someone making a foul that is unnecessary. A ball in the channel, they push you. The clearance is not good. Ball goes for a throw-in. Then you have to pray because they're exceptional at what they do. The chaos that is in and around the box is very, very difficult to defend. And we said, you want to win here, you're going to have to defend the box with your life. And you're going to have to clear the ball because there's a lot of people in there. And if you don't do that, it's very difficult to win the game. We haven't done it in one of the actions. Credit to them as well for that. And the game became more open, more transitional. They had one big chance and the clearance of Declan Rice just at the end. And we have two very good counters and probably the best chance of the game when Martinelli is 1v1 with the keeper to win it. Now, the game state's different, but Martinelli's on the pitch. I'm exaggerating, about 2 minutes. Why anyone else had that? On if Martinelli has to score, of course he has to bag. You have to. It's football, and the keeper as well can make the decision and the action that he did. But if you want to win here, you're going to have to be really ruthless in both boxes. And today we lacked it, which is true. But I'm sorry, if we're going to fight, as much as I rate these boys, if we're going to lose games on Madueke, Martinelli, and people of this ilk, which are not bad players, we've seen this before. Ultimately, manager, the good, the bad, the indifference, and the ugly. It's all a reflection of what you wanted to do. I think that's a cop out. Now, I'm not gonna lie, you have to score, but I think that's a bit throwing the guy under the bus. Like when we lost at Anfield to Liverpool. I'm not on that. On the reason for the halftime change, because with the way, especially that they were pressing, I think we needed another kind of profile to generate many more problems for them around those areas. And I think Odegaard came on the pitch really well initially, and the team had another gear and more threat to arrive in those areas. On Eze, well, I think he had moments. Nah, man, he didn't do nothing yesterday. It's not easy when you move to a new team, true. It's always like this. When you play against a team that is like this and the ball is a lot of the times not on the floor, you have to be constantly breaking the play and do that, especially for the attacking and creative players. It's more difficult. On playing after City, I think we played as well after them a few times this season and we have won a lot of games, true. Today is not about that. Today we lack certain things against them. You have to defend those situations, even better prevent them. You want to give them no chance or just hope that something bad happens. We didn't manage that well enough for us probably. On if there's positives, it has to be every action because they go for volume. They know the probability of what they want to create and they need volume to increase that probability. So could we take that and apply that in the final third for us? They're constantly doing that. They're really good at doing that. I mean, we know about Brentford style. We obviously have to stay calm, but you're just preaching to the death, if I'm honest. That's what we have to do. I mean, we're going to be willing and preparing to win every single game, and the only thing we can do is focus on that. We need to raise the levels collectively and individually, be better than the opponent every week. That's going to carry on like this until May. They're the things we have to do, and that's the most important thing. I understand the points gap could be bigger, but that's if we lost at Newcastle, we'd have been 8 points behind Liverpool in October. So there's if there are a lot of ifs over 10 months in this competition, which is facts, and he's eloquently putting it in a way I couldn't at the beginning of the stream. You can only focus on what you have to do and try and do that in the very best possible way, which is true. What has Declan Rice said, man? We weren't naive to think that this was going to be a pushover. They're an amazing team. They're 7th in the league. Keith Andrews has got them playing really, really well. They're so effective at how they play, and we're prepared for that. We knew what was coming. It might be a valuable point towards the end. The only thing we can do is just keep worrying about ourselves that we've been doing. We've been on this amazing run this season. The performances have been incredible. If you look at the amount of games we've played, yeah, we've actually, at this point, we've played more games than United will play all season. We've played, and how many we've won. We lost 3 in all comps all season. Long may that continue. No more else. Let's take all the positives, keep going, keep pushing, keep sticking together. Everyone's needed on the road to the end. There's still a long way to go. Fair play. It was a really tough game. They probably had the first 20 minutes. We then probably had the next 45 and ended the first half really well. Then we started the second half really well, got the goal, which was fully deserved. And then probably they had the last 25 minutes, which was split into different stages and could have probably gone either way at the end. I hear that, and maybe I'm an Arsenal fan, so I'm just really focusing on the threat that they possess. But I think we're selling ourselves a bit too high. I think anything around last 25 minutes, it was all Brentford. Like, I know we had the Martinelli effort, but I think we're doing a bit too much. That's the gaffer and also Declan. We really wanted to win. We wanted to stamp our authority on it. But in the end, we have to take the point and move forward. We have to keep going. We played a lot of games this season. We've got to keep staying mentally refreshed, physically refreshed. Now move on to the next one. So we've got to keep going. Fair enough in that regards. What's Mikel Arteta said ahead of the press conference? On players making an impact. We know it's an opportunity. We know we want to take this properly. We haven't gone past the fourth round since 2020. Okay. Well, apparently he said something about Wanyeri, but I can't see nothing. What, batteries fully charged for Brighton reset? Yeah, I hope we do our thing, man. I mean, respectfully, we know what needs to be done in that regards. Well, all these tabs. Arteta never makes changes to shape or structure whatsoever. Ben White and Norgard were absolutely the type of players we needed on the pitch over Timber and Zubi to defend those throw-ins. I was Ben White to defend throw-ins. I was with him until I thought, yo, he was saying second half, Ben White final third thing. I'm not sure about that. Norgard, I hear it. I think you lost me with that one. On Wanyeri, who could predict that Marino was going to be out for 5 months and Havertz? It's unfortunate. That's you lot's job though. For Ethan, it's still very good to try a new environment, have minutes played, get ready to come back to us. True. And again, people are making out that this was the most. Bro, do you know what game was it? Martinelli basically missed like the ball on the line. That's where he should be vexed. Can he do better 100%? But man are making out that this is a tapping. I'm not arguing saying he shouldn't have finished or couldn't have done things better, but taking a touch was the right decision. Kelly has come out, made himself big. I think a lot of people don't understand how football actually works. Big up David Raya. You did what you could, man. They had more XG than us. You see how you XG nerds, you only want to bring these things up when it's in our favor. Half time, they had more than us as well. Actually, when Declan Rice was describing like how the game was going and whatnot, I make him right. And if you can't win, don't lose. We're still 4 points clear at the top. We've got to keep looking forward. It's been a roller coaster season. If anyone thinks it's going to be easy going for the title, they're naive. 1 million billion%. Large up Christian Mascara. 93% pass accuracy, completed 43% of the passes, 6 passes into the final third. Even initially, I think him and Noni saw plenty of the ball. Noni completed 2 out of the 3 long balls, 13 defensive contributions, 8 clearances, 5 ball recoveries, 3 tackles, won 3 of his 5 aerial duels. We'll large up Hincapié as well. We've gone over this if thing. Odegaard was seen limping heavily throughout the mix zone. So now if he's injured, that's further nonsense we're going to have to contend with. We've gone over what one piece of advice would be. Brentford have been better than City in the last 10 games. We've only been 1 point better than them. Bar the Etihad, we would not have any other away games this difficult again. You're very naive. You're in that part of the season where the game's on paper that you think you should be rushing. Boy, people need to calm down. The amount of wash you've been chatting all season for your sake, you better pray you win the league. Or what? Or what? Because people are going to chat shit on the net. I'm going to get clipped up. People like you. No one's going to do nothing. Fuck you lot talking about? What? Because I backed my team. A's up, 3-3's up, corner boys in the building. So what? As I said, what's the worst they can say this season that they haven't said in many years? Marcel, come on, man. I live in real life, bro. What are you lot going to do to me? Do nothing but say, oh, mate, great content. Fuck off. Like, going mad. Going mad. Let's respect. Respect. Apparently, we've reportedly joined the race to sign Ellie Junior Crumpty people, apparently from Areola's Bournemouth. We're joined by Aston Villa, Manchester City, Newcastle, and Tottenham Hotspur. He was linked with Chelsea as well. I want him. He's also linked with PSG. I can't see that happening. Kai Havertz, his future is still subject to display. 1 minute he's going to sign a new deal, then Bayern Munich on him. We don't know how that's going to pan out, but that's floating around in the tabloids. Rafinha apparently has turned down the opportunity to join Arsenal this summer in favor of remaining at the Nou Camp. I mean, what reason has he got to depart them? What else? What's this? Arsenal prepping astronomical offer to sign elite forward in stunning Andrea Berta masterstroke. Good, great article, man. You done me, man. Thought he was gonna say something new, man. If I'm honest, just don't give Arteta more attackers to ruin, please. To be fair, Mascara was blocking the shot, so that Thiago chance will be in Brentford's XG. XG is an idiot thing, man. Too much things are quantified with nonsense. Boy, it is what it is. Show some love, chat, smash the likes and subscribe. Don't forget back-to-back streams, man. Back-to-back streams. We got Sammy in the building. It's clear Arteta's mentality is littered all over this team. It's all in how we think as a group. Fast, everyone realizes this. They're better for the amount of money spent and player profile. Should you be liking a spike? What? But we're not a spicy stock. So what are we talking about? But you know, if that's what gets you clicks and haha he's great stuff. Can't believe I'm saying this, but we miss Havertz. But I no KJ slander. Marcel, don't ruin it, bro. What the hell? You lot behave yourselves, man. KJ's part of the family here. Relax, man. Relax. And I back him a lot more than you daft cunt. But yeah, man. It is what it is, man. Yeah, Brentford can play better. We can be lucky. Every team earns their lot. Great stuff, man. Like the Igor Thiago is one of the highest scorers. Great stuff. That doesn't do much for me. That doesn't move me. I'm on TikTok. Just type in Deluded Gooner. That doesn't move me. Because every team, what are we going to, regardless of if you support Arsenal or whatever, you mean to tell me that your team has probably lost or drawn when they deserve a bit more, probably been a bit fortunate or had elements of luck? You make your own luck. Go and rise up. As great as Liverpool were, there were moments last season where they had elements of luck in their favor, where they earned it. When United won titles, when we won titles, when City won titles. Don't do that foolishness here. We talk ball here. It sounds great. Get you some laughs in the group chats. Might even get you laid. Of course it won't. That's why you lot do the trolling thing 24/7, mate. But yeah, man. On that note, though, short but sweet. The good thing is we're going back to back, people, and we've got another stream. We've got another stream coming. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. Smash the like button, subscribe. Big up you lot for your support. I'm gonna see you lot in literally a minute. Back to back business.